What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 tips on how to jump higher. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned.
Get big!
So if you're watching this video, you're probably very interested in ways to improve your vertical jump. And if that's you, then you're in the right place. So who am I? I'm not a medical professional, I'm not a doctor, didn't study kinesiology or exercise or fitness or anything like that in school. But a few years ago, I also was very interested in trying to improve my vertical jump with the end goal of dunking a basketball. Some background, I'm 5'6", I'm not the tallest person. So every inch I could get would matter a lot in terms of being able to reach my goal of dunking a basketball. So I think these 3 tips are kind of what helped me during this process of gaining the most inches in terms of increasing my vertical jump. So hopefully they're helpful for you as well. So the first tip is do your research. And that sounds very basic, but let me break it down. So first, how do you want to apply your vertical jump? Is it being sport specific, or is it just increasing your athleticism? What is the context in which you will be jumping? If it's for sport, is it for volleyball? Is it for basketball? Is it for football, track and field? Whatever it may be, you need to understand kind of what environment and what context you're going to be jumping in before you start this your journey to increase your vertical. So once you've understood that, then you need to understand how will you be applying your jump that best fits whatever field or environment you'll be jumping in. So volleyball, for example, if you're trying to be an outside hitter, you want to improve your vertical. Well, in that case, you're probably going to be a 2-foot jumper. And if you're right-handed, you're probably going to be a left-right-left jumper in terms of footwork. So things like that. Understand the footwork in your field or position or whatever context you're applying your jump. Are you a 2-foot jumper? Are you a 1-foot jumper? Those are very simple things, and they're very different. So understanding how those differences can play a factor into how you're actually trying to increase your vertical jump can play a big factor in how you structure the rest of your programming. So I would say understanding that up front is actually very helpful. So you understand, okay, I'm actually trying to improve my vertical with a left-right-left approach, or with just a right foot, 1-foot takeoff approach. So once you understand that, that gives you kind of, your framework into how you want to improve. The next part of research is study the best jumpers in your field. Like if you're trying to be a better volleyball player, outside hitter, Taylor Sander, Reed Pretty, like there are premier athletes who are already jumping very high. Watch how they jump. Take notes of their positioning, their jump mechanics, the speed at which their jump is taken in, their approach, all of it. Like watch a lot of people who are very high level athletes jump in the specific field that you are trying to improve your vertical in. That is very helpful. That's what I did a lot. So I watched a lot of volleyball videos, a lot of basketball videos. What's great now is you can watch at different speeds. You can slow-mo it. You can watch it real time. You can play it back. There's so many things you can do now that there's no excuse on not being able to break down some of these elite athletes and how they're performing the vertical jump. And then lastly, in terms of research technique. Once you've nailed down, what kind of jump you're trying to improve, whether that's a 1-foot jump or a 2-foot jump, research the proper technique in how to apply that jump. So for me, I'm a 2-foot jumper. I'm a left-right-left plant. What is a proper technique for a left-right-left plant for a volleyball player or for a basketball player, right? So that's kind of the things I looked into. So a great resource for me for learning jump technique was Project Per Athlete. They have a lot of videos breaking down the optimal way to jump for a left-right-left jumper or a right-left-right jumper. So I studied technique a lot. And once you've done that, then you move on to the second tip. So my second tip for you, if you want to improve your vertical jump, is to train. So what do I mean by train? That can be a lot of different things for a lot of different people. And, well, it depends, right? If you're weak, you should probably try to get stronger. If you're slow, you should probably try to get quicker. And so that's kind of the approach that I took. I kind of did it myself when I first did it my first year, trying mainly to get stronger. That was my first goal. Let me get stronger. So I was lifting weights, doing resistance training and strength training, trying to get stronger and more muscle. Then I transitioned to, okay, how do I apply this added strength into my vertical jump? So that turned more into like plyometrics, more explosive movements and training. So that's kind of the general approach I did. And I experimented with it. Like, not every exercise is going to work for everybody in terms of improving the vertical jump, but I kind of noticed, hey, this exercise actually helped a lot for me, or this one didn't. So I tried it all. I was in the gym, lifting weights. I was at the track, sprinting, running ladders. I was at the beach on the sand. I was on the sand dunes. Like, I probably tried a bunch of stuff, and a lot of it did work and some of it didn't. And I was able to increase my vertical jump a lot by just trying different exercises. And like, there's a bunch of free content, YouTube, Google, on what exercises you can be doing to improve your vertical jump, and that's what I did. And I was able to jump and touch the rim for the very first time summer 2018, and that was very exciting for me. And if you tried that, or you don't want to do that and you want to go the jump program route, you can do that too. So in 2019, I was like, you know what, let me go and try a jump program to see if I can get even more inches, right? So I tried Project Pure Athletes Project Vertical program, which is 9 weeks. I tried that out. I tracked my progress, and I was able to jump even higher after doing that as well. Kind of more structure. Hey, this week do this. This week do this. Do these exercises, and you just follow the program. It's very easy to follow, and you hopefully you'll get some good results. I was able to. I'm not saying it'll work for everyone, but that's another approach you can do. So as far as training, you need to know what you're weak at and how, and then after that, it's just a simple Google search, like how to get stronger for jumping, or how to get more explosive for jumping, like YouTube, Google. Follow those exercises and see if they work, and hopefully you can add some inches. So I actually did the jump program twice. I can show some videos on, like, after my first try with the program, dunking a mini basketball. And then my second try with the program, I actually tracked that, so I can put a link to the playlist of, week 1, week 2, week 3, and see how my vertical changed throughout the different weeks of the program. And I was able to back rim a basketball, not on 10 feet, but I still think I was able to, improve my vertical jump via the jump program. So training can be, can imply a lot of things, but I think you just need to try exercises in terms of strength, explosive movements and plyometrics, and see what works with you and how your body reacts, and go from there. So training is a big part of the equation, right? So that's my second tip. So my last tip for you in how to jump higher is to jump. You need to start practicing the actual thing you want to get better at. That sounds very basic and very obvious, but a lot of people ask, how do you jump higher? If there's one thing you take from this video, just start jumping. You'll figure it out somehow, and hopefully your vert will go up. But and when you start jumping, I highly recommend that you film yourself. This is what I do, so I can analyze my weaknesses later. Maybe I can push harder on my first step. Maybe I can be more aggressive on my last step. So a lot of small things like that. Project Pure Athlete actually has a lot of jump breakdown videos on, breaking down the jump of other athletes and how they can, get better at jumping, or their weaknesses or strengths, what they're doing well and what they're doing bad. So I kind of take their model and apply that to my own videos, and that helps a lot. So I highly recommend that once you start jumping, film it so you can kind of, 1, track your progress, and 2, analyze your weaknesses and your strengths. So what are you doing well? What are you doing poorly? So that's pretty much it. Those are my 3 tips on how to hopefully improve your vertical jump. Number 1, do your research, how you should be jumping, what sport or what environment you're going to be jumping in. 2, train. That could be strength training. That can be, speed work. That could be plyometrics, all of the above. Experiment with exercises, have fun with it. And then lastly, just start jumping. Hopefully, with those 3 tips, you'll able to gain some inches. It's not going to happen overnight. Jump training is not a linear graph. Like, for me, these past 3 years have been very up and down, and just have fun with it. Like, if you're not having fun, then I mean, what's the point? So if you're looking for exercises, sorry, this was not the video for that, but there's a lot of videos on YouTube that or on Google that you can just find yourself. But I still follow these tips to this day. I'm still like trying to improve my technique, still trying to get stronger, still trying to get quicker, like all of it. Like hopefully one day I will dunk a basketball, but if not, I dunked a tennis ball, I dunked a mini ball. I touched the rim for the very first time, which I never thought would happen. And with that, that pretty much wraps it up. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you found it useful. If you did, give it a like, subscribe down below if you're interested in more content like this. I wish you the best of luck on your journey. Hopefully you're able to add some inches. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try my best to help. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.